Hello students, you are welcome in Mathematics Chapter 2 Part 3. Chapter 2 is Relations and Functions. So today we will discuss about functions. Now function is a special type of relation, or we can also say that function is a subset of relations. So we have done relations earlier. So relation we know is a subset of Cartesian product set. Now function is a subset of relations. It means we can say the function can be relation. Otherwise, the reverse is not true. All relations cannot be functions. Similarly, a relation can be an element of Cartesian product set, but all elements of Cartesian product cannot be the elements of relation set. So now the definition: a relation f from set A to B is said to be a function if every element of set A has one and only one image in set B. The elements of A in B, there should be one and only one image. We can also say that the image of A should be unique. There should be only one image. Now it is denoted by the symbol F. We can also represent this symbol by G, H, etc. Now relations R1, R2 in the roster form, we are given two relations. So let R1 and R2 two relations. Now the elements we have to examine whether R1 and R2 are functions or not. We have to apply the definition. The definition is the all elements should have unique image. Unique image, or all elements should have one and only one image. It means the first element is 2, image of 2 is 2. Now the second element is 2, 4. It means image of 2 is 4 also. So now the element 2 is not having unique image. The image of 2 is 2 also, image of 2 is 4 also. So it means this is violating the definition. So therefore R1 is not a function. It means to examine the relation function or not. So we have to check the first element. The first element should not be repeated. If it is repeated as in R1, so this is not a function. Similarly R2, you examine the first element. First, there is no repetition in the first element. So therefore R2 is a function. So in this way you can identify. Now let f is a function from A to B. Clearly, as we have done, because f is subset of R, so all the terms, now the elements of A, that can be domain of the function f. Similarly, B is codomain. Range element will belongs to set B. Now elements of f will be ordered pair as in the case of relations. So let f is a set of all ordered pairs AB, where A belongs to set A. The first element should belongs to the first element should belongs to the first set. Similarly, B is an element of set B, and it is defined A square is equal to B. Now B is the image of A under F. B, the second element, is called image of A under F. It means we can also write down B is equal to FA. It is image of A under F. It is also written in this way. So B is also written in the form of FA. Similarly, if you select terms as xy, let xy is an element of f, then y is image of x under f. It can be written like this: y is equal to fx. It means y is image of x under f. So it is written, so y is equal to fx. So in words, y is image of x under f. Now you consider an example. Let n be the set of natural numbers. A real valued function f defined from n to n, defined as fx is equal to 2x plus 1. Now you complete the table by writing the images. Now the elements of x are 1, 2, 3, 4. These elements belongs to this set. All are natural numbers. Now write down image of 1 under f. It means we will replace x by 1 in this function. So you replace x by 1, and you can simplify. After simplification you will find out equal to 3. So image of 1 is 3. Similarly, to find out image of 2, we will put x is equal to 2 in this function and find out fx. So after putting 2, we will find fx is equal to 5. So image of 2 is 5. In this way you can find out image of 3 and 4. Then we have algebra of real functions. Now addition of two functions. Let f is a function from x to r, g is another function from x to r, provided x is subset of r. So f plus g will be a function from x to r, f plus b. It means f plus g of x, that will be equal to fx plus gx. So in this way the addition of functions. Similarly subtraction. Now again f and g are two functions defined from x to r, where x is subset of r. F minus g will be function from x to r, and it is defined as f minus g of x will be equal to fx minus gx. It means this can be calculated by putting the values of fx and gx. Now similarly multiplication. Again f and g are two functions defined from x to r, where x is subset of r. Now f into g will be a function from x to r, defined as f into g of x will be equal to fx into gx, where x is an element of set x. Similarly multiplication by a scalar. Scalar means any constant quantity. Let k is any constant number, k is any real number, you can say. Now let f and g are two functions from x to r, where x is subset of r. Now k into f is also a function from x to r, defined as k into f of x will be k into fx. It means this value can be calculated by putting the value of fx in this. So k will be given because k is a constant. You can now quotient of two real functions. If f and g are again two functions from x to r, where x is subset of r, so f upon g from x to r will be defined as f upon g of x will be equal to fx upon gx, where x belongs to x. Now to understand these properties, consider an example. Let fx and gx are two real valued functions. Fx is x square and gx is 2x plus 1. Now find out f plus g of x, f minus g of x. Similarly all this f plus g of x, using property we know it is equal to fx plus gx. Now you put value of fx which is given in the statement. Fx is x square and gx is 2x plus 1. So this function will be f plus g of x. Similarly f minus g of x, you put values, we know this is equal to fx minus gx. So you put values x square minus, write in bracket gx, which is 2x plus 1. So this function is f minus g of x. Similarly f into g of x, using property it is equal to fx into gx, and you put value of fx which is x square into 2x plus 1. Naturally we can simplify and it will be 2x cube plus x square. Similarly we can also simplify this, and this will be the simplified part. Similarly the last part, f upon g of x, using property it is fx upon gx, and put values of fx and gx, it will be x square upon 2x plus 1, and provided this denominator should not be equal to 0. What will happen if denominator is equal to 0? So we cannot divide any number by 0, that will be not defined. So it means 2x plus 1 is not equal to 0, means x will not be equal to minus 1 upon 2. So I hope it is clear to you. Now you try to solve these questions. Thank you.